This Margaret Ann Windsor, this is the fourth tape on Tierra. Alexis Murphy is how the tape reads, Mind Control Murder. And this would be the fourth tape I've done. I've gotten to the end over the last four trying to give background, so if somebody's just picked up on the tapes, I've got quite a few on here, and I'm on Facebook. But the trial, Randy Taylor is charged with her murder and kidnapping, and I might say I believe her kidnapping was last August the 3rd, and there's something to the dates they were done on that it was done on. Her car was found at a theater in Charlottesville, parking lot, and this is also connected. It's the patterns connected to the Aurora, Colorado, and the Theater 16, where James Holmes shot up all the people there. Well, he was programmed to do it. He's a victim of mind control, and he's not mentally ill. He's a victim of mind control. One has nothing to do with the other. Anyway, back to Murphy. Part of this, the Murphy is, as in Murphy's Law, if anything's going to go wrong or can, it will. And that's what's been done to me. I mean, it's been a hell of a life. On the side of the road, I found out what people are really like here when it's one-on-one and they don't think they're going to have to pay for their crimes. That's the gist of it all. Wow. But anyway, back to Murphy. It's also like, what was Murphy that was the, supposed to be the hero in World War II? Murphy, what was his name? They made the movie. He was a movie star. Anyway, on the Appalachian Trail, where I was forced really to live and starve and freeze when I came here in October of '86, I lived up there a long time, a rough life that most people couldn't live. I got run by the law enforcement, and I can get in telling political figures that know all about this, but I'm not. I've told it in different tapes. But anyway, I can't think of it. Audie Murphy. Okay. I said way back when Audie Murphy, way back, and I was just beginning to start to write the book, I believe, on mind control murders. I knew that his was one of them, to take down the plane. So now then I could go on with Eric Rudolph, was programmed, and he was finally caught. He was on the Appalachian Trail and right here in Roanoke, too. The cab driver that I used when I could afford it back then, I actually had him in his cab. And anyway, I'm going to go ahead and say this. If anybody's followed it, he was supposed to have done the Olympic Park bombings in Atlanta, and then Richard Jewell was accused of it, and then Lynn Wood, who is also, and there is a point to this, was also the attorney for the Ramseys, Patsy and John Ramsey and John Bonet. Okay, and he does know all this. Yes, he does. I took it to him, and then you got the Rockville, Maryland, the highway shooters, the two black guys, older guy and the younger, and one was put to death. So these are murders where the wrong person pays for the crime, the victim does. They're programmed. How do you prove it? So now then, the Murphy, I'm going back to Eric Rudolph. He was also supposed to have done the bombing in Alabama, abortion clinic bombing. So these are patterns that leads up to. He was called about 4 o'clock in the morning at Murphy, North Carolina, I believe it was, North Carolina, and he was digging in the garbage can trying to get food behind Hardee's or one of those fast food. And a cop who had just been assigned there in Murphy, North Carolina, his name was Scott. Now, they've used my son's names, Mark and Scott. These are old photos. They're heir to the British Crown after me, not little George, not William. Ever how cute they look while they're using my money and living off of my hell. They're thugs. Like it or not, they may look cute. It may not look cute to see me climbing the Appalachian Trail or getting whipped up on or beaten to a pulp, and that's just or having antifreeze put in me. But that's it. Now then, I don't know. I have to believe that my children are alive, or I'm not sure I could be. This is Kelly. Mark Kelly and his brother Scott, and they're twins and they're astronauts. He was married to Gabby Gifford, Tucson, Arizona, and that's where the Tucson shootings took place. So I'm filling up a tape again, and I need to go on. I wanted to finish it here. I wanted to say this, though, that Timothy McVeigh's dead. He's a victim of mind control. He even told people that his own military put one up his buttocks. And this can be proven, too, as one of them done in patterns. And this is William, the illegal, that looks so cute with my money and living off of my hell. They put a chip in him so that someone wouldn't kidnap him. You laugh because it's so hideous, the pain and the laws being broken. And he named his baby George after his what would he be? His great-great-grandfather that helped kidnap me and take down the British Empire. How dare him run around sporting the Union Jack? They gave it away. And then name the son after this man? Illegal? This is Elizabeth, in case you can't tell all the clothes she's got on. This is me. Right here. Pair of pants that a friend of mine went over to Goodwill across over there. I can't walk anymore, and he bought me some. I'd only had 2 pair of pants in the last 2 years. So how's that? But anyway, I went over, this is patterns, and I'm going to get into this. Randy Taylor's going on trial, supposedly May the 1st. Now then, it's for the Alexis Tierra Murphy, and this is going out too, so I'm going to have to get right to it. They haven't even found her body, supposedly, so that's the question. Why would they charge him with first-degree murder? Now then, Alexis, I suppose, is Alexander, and Tierra is like a crown, and the Murphy, I've told. Now then, I am allergic to chemicals, and everywhere I've gone, and Carl Barton was a Virginia State Trooper, retired, that said this is how we run you with chemicals, and Americans are above the law. Well, my body is so bad from it, and I have shingles now from it, but I'm going to go into it, and everybody knows it. And they go along with law enforcement because law enforcement gets something on them or they're afraid of having their kids snatched. Now, then, the woman here just informed me that her daughter just finished high school, and her name is Alexis, and she added with it, she already knows this, she let me know, and I knew she knew. She was brought here. That it's for Alexander, short from Alexander. Also, well, Alexander was King Edward the Seventh, my great-great-grandfather's. She's my great-great-grandmother name. So now then, her name is Debbie, and if you go in this, it's Debbie Kidd was who I wrote about that was in the tried for murder. Warren and Rosina Matthews, who were killed, they were pathologists at Dr. Larry McDonald, Congressman's hospital, Piedmont, I wrote about, and they were murdered. So the first job I had when I came here was for kids, so I'm going to leave it at that because it's too hard to put together and explain. But this woman, Debbie, up here, that her daughter, she showed me her picture, and her name's Alexis. She gave up a job she had had for 20-some-odd years, the only job she ever had, and to take this one. No, that's not it. In our conversation, I knew then she deliberately had it. She's afraid of her child getting killed, and to hell with me. They'll do anything to me and hate my guts when I'm the one that was trying to tell them about it all. But rather than go after the FBI, they had rather be bullies and cowards and go after me, and that's exactly what they've done. when they have soaked me in chemicals